up you guys, this is Fear D, where I talk to you guys about interesting news going around the gaming world. So let's get this started. Earlier this week, IGN released a series of Destiny 2 videos talking about changes to control, the map Endless Vale. They also talked about how they hope players complain that there is too much story. They sound pretty confident in that department. For their own sake, they better deliver on that. From what IGN released this week though, what I found the most interesting was the gameplay footage of the Sentinel Titan in the Warlock Subclass. This was the first time that they released footage of them in action in the Crucible. Now let me start by saying that I believe that the Sentinel Titan will be the best subclass to use in Crucible. In the past, it could be argued that the Void Hunter was the best subclass to play in the Crucible, but not anymore. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment box below. From what I first noticed in the Sentinel's third ability was the shield is the most diverse from others. Obviously, you can use it for defending enemy fire, you can use it for cover fire, and obviously one of the best ones I can believe you can use is, you can use it to cover your blind spots. This shield won't require a lot of skill to use. Basically just put it in front of you and just shoot at people. I noticed also that the movements of the Titan are slightly faster, and that's a good change. Now as for the grenades, it seems like it's the same thing. Really can't say too much about it since really wasn't displayed as much. We did see the void grenade, as well as the melee attack was the force barrier. When you punch somebody, you will get that force field. So it seems that is back. But aside from that, really can't say too much about it at this moment. And another thing that I noticed was that the supers in Crucible charge at a slower rate, which I personally like it since it makes players think when to use it and when not to use it. So it adds a little bit more strategy to it, even though it simplifies it. Now specifically the Sentinel's Titan's super looks super cool. I mean, it looks like Captain America on steroids, man. I'm sure one of those Bungie developers likes Captain America when they were making this, and I like that. As much as I like the super, I can really see some people calling for a nerf since it really is. I think it's powerful. I mean, it kills the players in one hit. It seems like when the player charges, it kind of tracks the players, which I believe a lot of people are gonna really hate that. And as well as you can throw your shield. I mean, this super is. I think it might be a little overpowered, but it's yet to be seen, man. I'm calling it that it's gonna be nerfed in the couple of first weeks, man, which makes me believe that this subclass will be one of the favorite ones, and I can see people either hating it or liking it. I don't know, you guys let me know down in the comment box below what you guys think. Now let's talk about the Void Warlock subclass, because it's by far my favorite class to use. And from the surface, it doesn't seem like they did that many changes. There are subtle ones, and it kind of makes me a little bit unhappy because they could have gone where, like the Sentinel Titan class, they changed it. They did a lot of good changes, and they could have done the same thing for the Warlock. But you know what? We don't win in everything. But at least as a Warlock player, I can say that we didn't get screwed as much as the Hunters players did, because the Hunters, I think they did a lot of instead of upgrades, they were downgraded a lot, man. I honestly believe that. I believe that this class won't be as good as it was in the past, specifically now the third abilities are in effect. It increases shield regeneration in an area, but the area effect stays in only one place, and it's not really that big. And if anything, I wish it would have been, like an area where it followed the player, and if anything, you should have just cut down the time that it was active in half. In that way, it would have been a little bit more effective. I still think that this ability can be used really effectively, but it's gonna require a lot of players to, use cover like behind a rock and activate it, and then kind of like shoot and cover and hide. Kind of some tactics that would require more patience, which a lot of players don't. But I guess it allows to a different type of playstyle. Now the thing that stood out to me the most was the super of the Void Warlock. The Noble Bomb looks bigger, it's a lot slower, and it tracks. I don't remember that ever happening in the previous one. So and when it explodes as well, it throws a little bunch of little axiom bolts, which I also don't remember seeing that. I mean, everything else looks the same. The grenades, melee was not. I don't think the person ever meleeed in the gameplay. But there is blink still. I'm pretty sure some people will be happy about that coming back. Unlike the Hunters. The Hunters really did get screwed over. But we'll be seeing more information when the beta releases next week. Beta players will be able to play this map, Endless Vale, and with the new subclasses for the respective classes. and players will be able to play the first story mission, Homecoming, and the strike mission. So what are your thoughts on the Sentinel Titan subclass or the Warlock subclass? Did anything interesting to you? Did you think that there was not enough changes? I want to know down in the comment box below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe, like, and share. And remember that this was Fear D. I'll be seeing you guys later.